Ladies and gentlemen, it is your sweet Zionist Prince White Colonizer coming to you from Israel right now. We are going to be talking about Gaza. This video is all about Gaza. We're going to try to decipher what is actually going on. Reporters are being slowly brought in, especially at the hands of the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. And, well, let's take a look real quick here. There's some clips that have come out. This is coming from Brooke Goldstein on Twitter, I believe, who had access into Gaza last week. Oops, sorry about that. Try to get this more framed up. Yeah, so this is, what people are coining to be footage of real Gazans speaking out about Hamas. I'm skeptical, but let's take a look at the clip.
We're extraordinarily appreciative of all of the Gazans that we interviewed had choice words to say about Hamas, everything good to say about America and about the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation.
Hamas بنت حرام.
ها؟
حماس بنت حرام.
حماس ايه؟ حماس بنت حرام.
What is her opinion of the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation and what's going on here?
المؤسسة اللي بتوزع الأكل اللي احنا مؤسسة غزة الإنسانية اللي هي هنا. أنت إيه رأيك فيها؟
والله الله يا شيخ يهددك ويديمها عليك يا رب نعمة وعلينا يا رب. والله ما قصرت لك. ايش عندنا يعني لا اكل ولا حاجه فقراء وحلك الحمد لله.
So she's رأيك دلوقتي حماس عندهم على أساس أسرى إسرائيليين. إيه رأيك المفروض إن حماس تفرج عن الأسرى دولت؟ عندهم يعني المفروض يعملوا تبادل الأسرى. يعني دلوقتي أنت رأيك حماس لازم تفرج عن الأسرى وهم يعملوا تبادل؟
تبادل الأسرى عشان يطلع.
So her relative is apprehended by the Israelis. She truly believes, yes, hostage needs to be released and there should be a good exchange. And اللي في أمريكا عندنا اللي في الجامعات اللي هم واقفين مع حماس. إيه رأيك في الناس دي؟
حماس دمرتنا شو حماس؟ حماس دمرتنا أخذت أهلي كلهم ما ضلش حد. شو عملت لحماس؟ جابتنا لتحت الصفر. شو جابتنا؟ دور داري راحت، أهلي راح، ما عنديش حد عندي ولا حد خلت عند حماس.
إيه رأيك في أمريكا بصفة عامة؟
لا للأمانة هيك.
والله؟
هيك والله هيك.
Truthfully.
لذاك عملت المساعدات، احنا ما بدناش ناكل.
طب الرئيس سمعت عارفة طبعا الرئيس ترامب. إيه رأيك فيه؟
صحيح هو احنا اللي خشينا عليه ومش احنا اللي خشينا عليه.
صحيح. بس انت ايه رايك في الرئيس ترامب؟
انا هيك
Sorry. This many months in, I still don't buy it. I don't know what to tell you guys. I know we did this whole shtick about a year ago when videos like this were coming out. I still don't believe the Gazans. I'm sorry. And call me racist, call me whatever the hell you want to call me. I don't believe it. I believe that the Gazans at this point are at such a point of desperation that they'll say anything to anybody who's providing them with aid. Because what else are you to do? If a bunch of Americans with soldiers are surrounding you, right? And yes, they're helping you, but they're asking you stuff on camera. What are you supposed to say? What are you going to say? No, I love Hamas. Of course you're not going to say I love Hamas. You're giving them aid. You're not going to continue probably giving them aid if you say you support Hamas. It's just reality is it's not like this lady can truthfully speak. I would love access into Gaza unfiltered without the GHF, without the IDF. I wish I could go in with just a camera and ask people how they really feel. Because in reality, what we're probably going to find out is that, like I've said many times before, the Gazans may not support Hamas as a group anymore, but they definitely support the ideology of Hamas. This idea of muqawama, which is violent resistance against Israel, against the Jews, cleansing the land of the Jews, is still very much a popular Palestinian idea. That's not going away. So they may not like Hamas as an organized group of terror, but let's just say everything Hamas stood for was transferred to another group that had the power to take over Israel, to kill the Jews. Are you telling me right now that Gazans would be like, no, that's wrong, that's immoral? Are you kidding me? They still absolutely love the ideology behind Hamas. All right, the Daily Wire gained access into Gaza and interviewed Palestinian drivers delivering humanitarian aid. Worth watching. Let's see. Sorry, I had a little technical glitch there. Let's try again. It's still not working. I don't know what's going on. That's so weird. How do I fix this? Got it.
الناس بتحسسك انك انت سواقين الشحون ان احنا سبب الحرب واحنا سبب المجاعه على قطاع غزه وسبب احنا حراميه واحنا وندعس الناس. معنا فيديوهات انه الناس هي اللي بتسبب المشاكل اللي الشحون.
فيش مستقبل فيها غزة. ازاي؟ ما ضلش مستقبل. ولا طار ولا نوم ولا شرب ولا مية ولا أكل. إيه المساعدات هذا نصها يعني اللي بضرب من الشمس، نص الحرامية بتبيعها تجار.
بيراب. انتوا دلوقتي تتعرضوا للمشاكل لما بتدخلوا؟
لما ندخل صحيح بنتعرض لمشاكل كثير. لما نطلع كمان.
وانتوا داخلين تدخلوا جوه غزة في مشاكل هنا؟
من الناس.
من الناس؟
صحيح.
ايه نوع المشاكل؟
الناس بتحسسك انك انت سواقين الشحون ان احنا سبب الحرب واحنا سبب المجاعه على قطاع غزه وسبب احنا حراميه واحنا وندعس الناس. معنا فيديوهات انه الناس هي اللي بتسبب المشاكل اللي الشحون.
بيعملوا ايه؟
بيركب فوق السياره على الشبك من قدام بغطي 1000 واحد، بغطي القزاز بخليش السواق ما يشوف ما يشوفش ولا حاجه.
عايز اسالكم انت شخصيا تعرضت لاي هجوم لما تدخل جوه؟
معرض. هاي في شحن مبين انه في اطلاق نار كده تقدر تصوره.
كان في طلق نار على الشحنه؟
في اطلاق نار في الشحن.
لكن انتوا لما بيدخلوا عليكم بيهجموا على العربيه كلها وما بتشوفش حاجه.
بشوفش ولا حاجه.
احنا كمان مش على الحمل، ياخذ الحمل في داهيه. معاهم قرص مفاتيح، بيخلعوا الجيه بتاعت الصناديق الابواب تاعتنا، بكسروا ابوابنا، بده يضرب السواق.
ده كان رايك غلط؟ طبعا في اسرى عند حماس وفي اسرى على الناحيه الثانيه. تفتكر يعملوا عمليه تبادل الاسرى؟
نقول ان شاء الله يسلموا هذول ويسلموا هذول
ويرجعوا الاسرى اليهود وهم يرجعوا الاسرى.
خلص من هيك.
انت فاكر انت بتعتقد ان اسرائيل عدو او الشعب اليهودي عدو ليكم؟
كويس معاملته معنا. حرب غير حرب.
شعب كدوله وشعب.
دوله وشعب. انا ماليش في جيش ولا في جيش. أنا تعاملت مع إنسانية، قعدت عندهم سنتين قبل الحرب بشتغل. كانوا بدوني عن العمال تاعين ال 48، معلمي أداني كل الثقة فيه.
تمام.
وصارت الحرب وأنا جوا.
مستقبل غزة، أنتوا في رأيكم مين يكون مسؤول عنه؟ مين السلطة اللي تديره؟
أي حدا، بس نخلص من هالهم، نعرف نمشي وإحنا مرتاحين.
It felt a little bit more real, this clip, but I still... Sorry, again, I don't mean to like dig into it so much, but I just absolutely don't have any trust in these people anymore. I just don't. I really don't. I can't. The amount of propaganda and bullshit that we've seen come out of them, it's just I'm sorry, I just don't trust them. Video from Gaza. See the bastards, Hamas gangs. One gives a container of water to a child, another films, another after filming, he takes the water from the child and goes for a new shot. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is precisely what I've been referencing over and over again. And I want to make a clarification right now. I'm actually communicating with Gazans on the ground. I have been. There's certain things I can't share. But I've been talking to Gazans on the ground. And I'm piecing together pictures from my own end as well. And for my own sort of sanity. And I just don't. Again, I want to buy it, but because the humanist inside of me wants to believe, but I just don't. Lama, a Palestinian, pleads with Israel to get her out of Gaza. I feel disgusted by what happened on October 7th. Living here doesn't mean I support what happened. I'm not your enemy. I will follow your every rule, every condition. I'll make sure the Israeli government sees this.
This is for the Israeli government. Please listen. My name is Lama. I'm 20 years old from Palestine, currently stuck in the Gaza Strip. I just want to say that I feel disgusted by what happened on October 7, 2023. I wish that day never came. But living here doesn't mean that I support what happened. Living here doesn't mean that I support what they do or what they say. Living here doesn't mean that I belong to them. I'm not your enemy, and I never was. And right now, I'm paying the price for decisions I never made, for actions I never supported. All I ever wanted is to have a normal life, to study, to go to university, to build my future. But instead, I'm trapped in a nightmare I didn't choose. And all I'm asking for is to help me get out of here. I don't want to die for something I never wanted. And I don't want to hate, I don't want to fight. I just want to have a normal life, a peaceful life, away from all this. I'll follow every rule, every condition. I'm not political. I'm not a threat. I'm just a young girl who wants to have a peaceful life away from all this. This is for the Israeli government. Please listen.
Again. And I'm sorry if this seems cruel. I don't believe. I just don't believe. I don't have any trust in what she's saying. I don't have a trust in anything that any of the people coming out of Gaza. I just don't trust them. The trust has been so broken. And I feel like it would be easier to trust if we saw a mass movement. But the thing is, the overarching ideology is the ideology of Hamas. It's just, that's the reality. This is what people, you can't change their human nature. It's going to take, it's not going to happen 2 years under war, that's for sure. But what I will say, and this is going to sound, you guys are going to think I'm a fucking monster, but this is the real reality. This is why you come to this channel. Arab friends of mine that are pro-Israel, that are Zionists, have explained to me, this is the only way to win against the Arab world. When you're fighting an Arab, you have to think like an Arab. Arabs don't do white flags. Arabs don't do surrender. When you get to a point of surrender, they massacre you, they behead you, they rape you and your wife and your children, and they take you as slaves. That's how Arabs fight wars. They don't engage in wars like a... There's no idea of war crimes and a war tribunal and a court. That doesn't exist in the Arab world. When you're waving the right flag and surrendering, that's when they hit you the hardest they've ever hit you. That's when they fuck you up. They take everything from you. They take advantage of you at your lowest. That's how they execute war. So, Arab friends of mine told me that this kind of rhetoric, whether it's true or not, is the most powerful thing Israel can have right now. If more and more Gazans, whether or not they believe it or not, start shitting on their own culture, start shitting on their own, start admitting that this was a mistake, that this was a problem, and they start to the point where it becomes undeniable, that's how Israel actually wins the war. Now, the problem is, does Israel have the stamina to keep going with this? Especially with all the fuck-ups that Israel does, and our government does, and our army does, because they do, God knows they do a lot. And that's actually what will win this war from a media perspective and from a morale perspective. When the Gazans feel like there is nothing left, there is no Gazan identity, they just want to leave, that's how you win a war with the Arabs. And it sounds cruel and it sounds terrible. I know. We didn't make these fucking rules. We don't fight like that. We don't want to fight like that. Look at Israel's history. They've never fought like that, ever. In the history of Israel's young country history, they've never executed a war like that, ever. Every single time, terrorism was allowed to stay and fester. Or a radical anti-Israel ideology in every single location, whether it's southern Lebanon or Jordan or Gaza or the West Bank or Egypt or Syria or Lebanon, wherever it be, we've always allowed the hatred of us to sit and fester. We've never dealt with it 100%. We're probably not going to this time either, but I'm just relaying to you what Arab Zionists have told me. If you want to win this war, you need to take it all the way. You need to take it as far as they would take it and then some. And to be honest with you, this clip is a huge win. And again, I don't believe her. I have a very hard time just believing what she's saying. But if we had 20,000 of her making the same clip, that would be a definitive win. When it becomes so loud, you can't ignore it. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I love you a long time. Goodbye, Klats. Leaving my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat, or this amazing shirt, or you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.